Hello, I am Neo1234251, and today I thought I'd bring you a project that I've been working on for nearly a year now that I finished a couple months ago, but due to procrastination and laziness in college and any excuse you could ever think of, I've just never been able to get around and record it until today. My project is ShinRa Manor from the original Final Fantasy VII. I tried to get it as close to that as possible by going off pictures and everything from the original game. So even though some of it may have came out a little disproportionate, I think to the most part, I think I've got it pretty accurate. And as accurate as you can really make it in Minecraft or any other game. Final Fantasy VII has always been a inspirational game to me since my childhood. It was a game that really got me into RPGs in general. And in Halo 3 and in Halo Reach, me and my brother would try to recreate the manor inside those games. Minecraft, we've actually gotten the most detail with it because of just how much freedom you're given within the game. This manor was built by me, and my brother, ShinRa Soldier 77, helped me by designing it and advised me under what details I should use, what items, anything like that. Alright, well, let's have a tour, shall we? This is the main lobby. I've had to expand it a couple of times just to make it more proportionate to the house, but I expanded it using McEdit by just moving blocks over one or another until it was equal and it was just finally proportionate with the rest of the house. These are the side corner rooms. That's the hallway. That's also a side corner room and another hallway. I tried to make the curved staircase to the best of my ability, being that Minecraft is square and you can't really make circle things too well. That's the balcony over the main room, and that's the back hallway. Alright, let's go over this way. If you have ever played the original Final Fantasy VII, you might recognize these rooms better. I've added these things in just to kind of fill in the room. I tried to restore the ShinRa Manor to a pre-torn up state like it was in Final Fantasy VII, kind of before Sephiroth, maybe back whenever ShinRa Manor was in its prime. This is what I interpreted as the kitchen and storeroom, where you would cook for the people who would sit in the dining room all the way down that way. This is the storeroom up here. When designing this, I tried to keep to using materials in Minecraft, in vanilla Minecraft, that accurately represented what those things may have been like in the original ShinRa Manor. I didn't want to go out and seek a texture pack that may or may not be updated that has all the textures and go through the trouble of that. So I just stuck with vanilla Minecraft and whatever blocks that basically fit with whatever I needed them to. I created the piano. I even created a little segment from the original Final Fantasy VII theme song to go along with it, so that way it just wasn't a prop that sat there and looked pretty. Here, have a listen. It's not 100% right in terms of tempo or anything like that, but I didn't really want to create the whole song, and being that there are so many tools out there anyway that you can just take a file and upload it and it'll create the song for you, I didn't really want to go out and make the whole thing whenever someone else could do it within 5 minutes of their time. Up here, this is the balcony. I created the chandelier. I also created the windows as what it looked from the outside. Like, it was hard trying to get the inside and outside to match up correctly, because games like then, they just used loading screens and different maps to represent. So the inside and outside never exactly were equal. This is the garden room. I put some vegetation in here so that was kind of green and bright. I also put some glowstone up here so that way it was lit up the room even more, and it kind of gave it a felt of a green room. This is one of the guest bedrooms where, if you remember, I think Cloud and Zach slept in Crisis Core. This is the room with the big safe and the small library, where if you got the item out of the safe, you could go get Vincent and everything. I also made the safe openable, so that way you can kind of flip a secret switch and open it up. Inside I put an ender pearl in there, so that way it was kind of representation of materia. Alright, well, let's have a look at the other side of the house, shall we? This project took place over several months through several evolutions of Minecraft, and whenever I first started it, there was less items than there are now, and instead of going with like glass panels, I went with the original glass because I was trying to make the inside and outside look like what you'd see in Final Fantasy VII. This is one of the what I would assume kind of like another library type room, where it's got a study and everything and things like that. I made some makeshift chairs out of signs and blocks. Over here is the what I would call the master bedroom. I made the bed really big by using several beds put together, and one of the things that I did want to implement in this was a kind of a secret door type thing. So I did some redstone engineering and created a door that opened up just like the original Final Fantasy VII. This is the circle staircase that drops down. I used some water dripping effects, noise to kind of give it a more ambient type feel. I put chains where it kind of showed in the original game, or where I interpreted them. This is the room where Vincent was found in, with all the coffins and stuff. This is Vincent. I kind of highlighted it by putting a glowstone cross above it, so it kind of highlights that one coffin more than any of the others. And this is Hojo's lab. I spent a lot of time making the details right here, because this part was a very important part of the game, because it drove a lot of the story. It kind of told the backstory of Sephiroth and Cloud and Zack, and as well as Hojo too. I also spent a long time trying to make this look right, and I got the bookcases proportionally right, and I even got it dark, kind of like what you see in Final Fantasy VII. I didn't put any of the stacked books because that would kind of just make it a cluster, and I don't think it really would have worked out in this state of Minecraft. And this is the end room with the big circle bookcase and the center desk. I put a book here, an enchanting table to kind of give it a nice effect, an additional effect. And, well, that's ShinRa Manor. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and Neo out.